Okay, we'll be back for today's edition. As I said earlier on, today we shall be doing the actual work of direct online, and then here I have the component which are making up the work for direct online. So the first thing here which I have is breakers. This one is okay. After that we are having our contactor. Since it is direct online, we shall use one. Then we have EOCR. Instead of us using an overload relay, we shall be using EOCR, that is here. We also have an auxiliary relay, is here. Then we have a single breaker, just a breaker for control system. This is control breaker, is here. So we have push button, that is the stop and start. There are two. One is for normally close and this one is normally open. They're here. And also we have the indicator lights. We said the blue light is going to show that motor is running. The red light is going to show that there is power in the system. Then we have the green light showing that there is a trip. Then we have these are the box. These are the box for the push buttons and the indicator lights. Then we have our cables. These are the cables which we shall be using. For power line we shall use 2.5 millimeter. Then for the control system we shall use 1.5 millimeter. Then here these are our tools which I shall be using for the work. And we have also here, these are the rails which are there. Also multimeter and also tape measure. So generally these are the tools which we shall be using for the work. Okay, here we are. So this is a rail which we're having, and then these are the breakers and contactors, the EOCR, these are the indicator lights, the push button, and this is how I've arranged it. So I will be now doing the rail wiring. I'll start with the power line. After the power line, the control system. Okay, so come. Here, this is our power line. We're going to see that this one is going to be the supply cable from here to the breaker, and then from the breaker to the contactor, and then the output is this side. So this is how our power line is going to be. So then from here, I'm going to be continuing with the control system, whereby I will take power from here. I feed to the control breaker for the control system. Then I feed the EOCR. Then from the EOCR, the connection continues. So this is how it's going to be. Here now, after connecting your power line, we are going to take power from the output of the breaker. You feed the control breaker. Then here you pick the output. You bring it to the coil of the EOCR. Then to energize the coil. Then from the coil you are going to loop it to normally close. Then you pick from the output of normally close. You bring it to the stop push button. Then from the stop push button you are going to connect it to the start push button. That is it's having numbering 3 and 4, so you need to follow the numbering. You will bring it to 3. Then you pick it out from 4. You take it to the coil. That is A1. Take it to the coil of the contactor. You bring it to the coil of the contactor. Then the output will be picked from A2. From A2 back to the coil of the EOCR, and then from the coil of the EOCR back to the breaker. That is to complete the circuit. Then after that, we are going to pick the output. You are going to pick, after picking this one, then bringing this here. What you are going to do now, the only thing which is going to remain is self-holding, because now if someone is to start the motor is going to run, but immediately the person is to release the hand, the motor is going to stop. Why? Because the connection here has been broken. So in order to prevent that, what we are going to do, we shall do self-holding. So we are going to get 2 wires from the start push button. One is from 3 and one is from 4. So the wire which you pick from 3, that one is the input. You pick from 3, you bring it to 13 of normally open of the main contactor. Then from here, the one which you are going to pick from 4, you bring it to 14. That is normally open of the main contactor. You can either decide to use this one, or else we also have normal open up here. All they can work, but at this point I decided to use this one of the contactor. So now after that, we need to connect our indicator lights. These are the indicator lights. So what we are going to do, the indicator light, we are going to get the supply from the input. The supply will be picked from the input of the of the push button start, that's from the start. You can either pick it from start here, that is point 1, or else you pick it from the output of normally close of the EOS error. So at this point I picked it from here. From here I fed the normally close, because the first indicator light, that is the red light, we are going to connect it. Immediately you have to power your circuit, it has to come on, showing that there is power in the system. So from normally close of the EOS error, I fed the input of normally close of the auxiliary relay. Then from the output, I picked it, I brought it to the red indicator light, that is here. And then from there, I need to connect out my second indicator light, that is the blue, to ensure that when motor is running, the blue light will come on to tell you that the motor is running. So I picked the supply of that from the input of the red light. I brought it to the normally open of the main contactor, that is to the input. Then the output, I brought it to the blue light. Then the other light is going to be green light, to show that there is a trip. That one you will connect it on the normal open of the EOS error, and then this other side is going to be the neutral side. You loop them together and then you get one cable, you bring it to the neutral bar. So that is how it is going to be. And so if you have to follow it like that, it means the connection, it is done, and then from there you'll be in position to proceed to the next level. Okay, so this is the outcome of what we have managed to do from what I posted earlier on concerning the power line and the control system. These are the things. So after going through this, I was in position to come up with this. Now this is the video for today, but remember, the next video which we are going to post is going to be for testing. So let's keep on following and also subscribing to the channel, that is Chris Electrical. We shall bring you the next video the next time.